Good morning. Amazon. Flash briefing.
Jamie, getting your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. Stocks opened higher this morning as the Labor Department reported a drop in inflation last month. NPR's Scott Hessler reports the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose about 150 points in early trading.
The Consumer Price Index for May was up 4% from a year ago. That's the smallest annual increase since March of 2021. Prices rose just 0.1% between April and May.
Oh, they just barely rose. Last month they barely rose too. Well, next month barely rose. Just barely.
Eggs.
Every month just barely. Adds up at the end of the year.
Not so encouraging. So-called core inflation was 5.3% for the 12 months ending in May, down only slightly from the month before. The news comes as the Federal Reserve is meeting to decide what to do with interest rates. After 10 straight rate
Tweak
hikes,
the numbers and be like, oh, it barely rose. Oh, it went down a little. Oh, wait, it went up a little more, but you know, it's okay.
Stubbornly high. Scott Worsley, NPR News, Washington.
Former President Donald Trump will make an appearance in federal court this afternoon in Miami. He's facing several criminal charges related to his handling of classified documents at his Florida resort. He's called on his backers to show up and support him. Miami Police Chief
Bill Clinton went through it. He got away with it.
Officers are prepared.
Make no mistake about it, we're taking this event extremely serious. We know that there is a potential of things taking a turn for the worst, but that's not the Miami way.
Trump may be processed as any other criminal defendant. He may be asked to offer a plea and to provide fingerprints and other information. A civil rights investigation has found that black and multiracial students in a Kentucky school district endured widespread racial harassment and unfair punishment. NPR's Kristen Wright reports the Department of Justice wants to see a complete overhaul of the school system's policies.
Yeah, I want to hear what they did to them.
County School District outside of Lexington.
Was it sticks and
They
stones?
review all racial harassment and discrimination complaints quarterly. The Justice Department says black and multiracial students were regularly called racial slurs and intimidated with Confederate flags and hostile imagery at times. The civil rights investigation found school officials turned a blind eye, instead imposing harsher discipline on black students. In the new federal agreement, the school district is creating positions to oversee discrimination complaints, updating its policies, and training staff. Kristen Wright, NPR News.
President Biden is meeting NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg at the White House today. They were supposed to see each other yesterday, but that was delayed after Biden underwent a root canal procedure. The two are expected to discuss the Russian war in Ukraine. Later this afternoon, Biden will meet with U.S. diplomatic leaders, a meeting also postponed from yesterday. On Wall Street, the Dow is up about 140 points. This is NPR.
Well, granted, that's not a racial flag.
Officials in Ukraine say that at least 11 people have been killed today when a Russian missile struck a residential apartment building in the southern part of the country. About 24 people were wounded. Ukraine's Air Force says it shot down 11 of 14 incoming Russian missiles, but 2 of them.
I know y'all want to pretend like it's a racist flag, but
evacuations are underway in India and Pakistan ahead of a powerful
you know who captured and brought the slaves over and sold them to the South?
Thursday afternoon.
Oh, it was that big United States flag.
Strong winds have disrupted flights in the Indian city of Mumbai.
Cyclone Biparjoy traveling over the Arabian Sea
North
is
sold the
expected to
slaves
be
to the
as
South
strong
and
as a
made profit.
Category 2 hurricane
So,
that makes
what do you think about the United States flag
state
now?
of Gujarat and southern Pakistan. It's expected to bring torrential rain and strong winds gusting over
maybe you
90
shouldn't be
miles
mad
per
at
hour,
the
the
Confederate
Indian Weather
flag.
Department said.
Look
Fishermen
at it
have
from
been
that
asked
point
to
of view.
not venture into the sea, and maritime workers on offshore oil rigs are being brought to land. The last powerful cyclone in the Arabian Sea in 2021 left hundreds of workers stranded on barges that got unmoored because of the storm. For NPR News, I'm Sushmita Pathak in Gurgaon, India.
The Defense Department says a group of U.S. service members was involved in what it's calling a helicopter mishap in northeastern Syria. In a statement, U.S. Central Command says 22 U.S. service members were injured. 10 have been evacuated to higher care facilities. U.S. CENTCOM says there was no enemy fire around the helicopter at the time of the incident, and it is being investigated. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
Hey, it's Aisha Harris from Pop Culture Happy Hour. If you love
Bye,
NPR
Aisha.
podcasts, you'll want the new NPR Plus
Amazon.
podcast fund.
Skip.
In NASA news, NASA and Boeing said Monday the aircraft produced through the agency's Sustainable Flight Demonstrator Project has been designated by the U.S. Air Force as the X-66A. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson is inviting media to a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Wednesday, June 21st, for the opening of NASA's Earth Information Center at the agency's headquarters in Washington. The exhibit is a hybrid, part physical, part online, effort that blends science and visualizations to allow visitors to see how our planet is changing.
Yeah, we did a few camera tricks.
As part of the Biden/Harris initiative, NASA will award more than $5 million in funding to 7 women's colleges and universities, WC News, to research and develop strategies that increase retention of women in STEM programs and careers. NASA invites media to attend the first major asteroid sample recovery rehearsal for its OSIRIS-REx, Origin, Spectral Interpretation, Resource Identification, and Security Regolith Explorer mission on Tuesday, June 27 to Thursday, June 28 at Lockheed Martin in Littleton, Colorado. Eligible schools, universities, museums, libraries, and planetariums interested in receiving historic NASA objects for their STEM programs have until Friday, June 30th to apply for the 60th screening of the NASA Artifacts module. In weather. In Seattle, it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can look for clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 51 degrees.
Okay, Amazon.
Now,
Off. Amazon, tell us a joke.
what do you call Spider-Man with no webs?
What?
Offline.
Spider-Man with no webs. Offline. All right. Have a wonderful, what is this? Tuesday, I think.